In this video, we will learn how to use our knowledge of quadratic functions to solve everyday problems. First, let's look at a fundamental physics problem. You are entering a contest to star in Bariana Geilish's new music video. The winner must jump higher than all other contestants. Since you really want to win, you engineer shoes that will launch you with an initial velocity of 50 feet per second. You compute your height to be given by this function. What is the maximum height that you can jump with your new shoes? Well, if you think about the shape of this height function, we see that it is a degree 2 polynomial, and thus a parabola. Also notice how the leading coefficient is negative, which tells us that the parabola is upside down. This tells us that there is a maximum height and we won't just keep going into outer space. All we have to do is locate it. Where do you think that the max height will be? At the vertex. So to find the maximum height, we just have to identify the vertex using the vertex formula. Now, which of these two values are the maximum height? Well, the first number represents a number on the horizontal axis, while the second number represents a number from the vertical axis. The horizontal axis is the time that has passed in seconds, and the vertical axis is the height in feet. So this is the number that we're looking for. You are selling iPhones on the street corner, and after collecting several rounds of data, you found that if you price the phone at $100, 50 people will buy them. For every dollar less you charge for the phone, 5 additional people will buy a phone. Use an equation to determine the maximum amount of money that you can earn. The given information tells us that if you price the phone at $100, 50 people will buy them. Then the amount that you've earned would be $5,000. If you price the phone at $99, 55 people will buy them, and then the amount you earn would be $5,445. If you price the phone at $98, 60 people will buy them, and then the amount that you've earned would be $5,880. So what we want to do now is generalize this process and create an equation for the amount of money that we can earn. Well, the first thing we want to think about is if we want to write our function in terms of the number of people that buy the phone or the number of dollars. I'm going to choose dollars since in the long run it will make the algebra easier. Now we have to find a pattern. As the price is reduced by a single dollar, how does the amount of people buying the phone change? It increases by 5 each time. For every dollar decrease, there's a 5% increase. Now let's FOIL everything. What we're left with is another quadratic with a negative leading coefficient. To find the maximum amount of money that you can make is the same as finding the y-coordinate of the vertex. You are babysitting 4 children who tend to cause a lot of chaos when together. You decide you want a quiet night and want to keep the children separate. Using your math brain, you decide to create an animal pen for each child. You have 600 feet of barbed wire and want to maximize the area that each child has in their individual pen. What is the length and width necessary to maximize the area of play for each child? You need the barbed wire to cover all the boundaries of the pen. In other words, all the x's and y's must add up to 600 feet. Also remember, we are trying to maximize the area. What is the formula for area? Length times width. So now we have two formulas and two variables. To solve this, we will condense them to where there's only one variable left. I solve for y in terms of x and then substitute. Now we have a quadratic with a negative leading coefficient, and in order to find the maximum, we just need to use the vertex formula.